I would definitely have to say that one of the Star Wars projects that I am currently really looking forward to has all to do with one of the live-action TV series currently being developed by Disney and Lucasfilm. This is Mike Zero here. If you guys are new to the channel, do make sure to subscribe to see future Star Wars content. Now, we do know that after Episode 9, Disney actually has a handful of projects in the works. They have 2 live-action TV series, 2 new Star Wars trilogies, as well as the Clone Wars Season 7, and yet to be announced projects as well. So the Star Wars franchise is very expansive after Episode 9, and looking at one of the live-action TV series, I wanted to focus in on Star Wars The Mandalorian, the first live-action Star Wars project that takes place sometime in between both the original trilogy and the sequel trilogy. It's going to be 3 years after the events of Return of the Jedi, and will actually explore aspects of Star Wars, different angles that we have never seen before. So I wanted to go over something all thanks to MakingStarWars.net. If you guys would like to go ahead and check out the footage below, do mind me, I am being very cautious about including any footage here in the video, but if you guys would like to go ahead and check out the leaked footage of Star Wars The Mandalorian, the link will be posted below in the description and in the comments section. Now, what's really interesting about this scene is if you watch the clip, you do notice that there are a handful of stormtroopers and there are other characters evacuating from what it seems through a doorway of whether it's a base or a village, we're not quite sure, but it looks like that we are on Tatooine by looking at the set pieces and the architecture. Now, we have heard that we are going back to Tatooine in Star Wars The Mandalorian, and by looking at this footage, you do see multiple stormtroopers without their helmets on, which is a very interesting angle for Star Wars. Now, I don't know if this is in between takes, but from what it seems, this is a filming session. That's what it at least looks like, and in the shot, you do see stormtroopers without their helmets. Now, mind you, alright, this is all based after the events of Return of the Jedi. We're going to be witnessing the remnants of the Empire, so perhaps we're going to be seeing a different type of stormtrooper, or should I say stormtroopers, without the helmets. Now, that's a very interesting thing to do when it comes to the Star Wars franchise, is of course introducing the traditional stormtroopers without the iconic helmets and kind of creating their own little spin on it, where they can actually have a personality without the helmet on. I kind of like that idea. It shows that maybe there's a group of the Empire that kind of went their own way and they just want to do what they want to do and they don't want to wear helmets. It could be something like that. We also know that Death Troopers are coming back into the mix in Star Wars The Mandalorian. Some of the other leaked photographs, also all thanks to MakingStarWars.net, showed us Death Troopers, or if they're not Death Troopers, they're Shadow Troopers, because they were all decked out in black armor. Nonetheless, guys, you know, this footage is a very interesting take for sure. We do get to see a scene, a little clip for Star Wars The Mandalorian, and like I say, in case you guys did not know, this whole entire season, Season 1, is going to consist of 10 episodes. Each episode is going to have a budget of over $10 million. Alright, so that's over $100 million that they are investing into this big Star Wars project that will debut on Disney's streaming service called Disney Plus, which will launch in late 2019 in the fall. Now, I believe that this show won't air until, I would say, January or February 2020. I kind of have this gut feeling that they're not going to have it air before Star Wars Episode 9 because it may actually take the attention away from Star Wars Episode 9 itself. However, it is a TV show, it's a completely different medium when it comes to Star Wars, so there's still a possibility that they could absolutely air this before Episode 9 to have 2 Star Wars projects close together, because we may not be getting a movie in Star Wars, or should I say in 2020, for a Star Wars movie. So, with everything, you know, coming together here for The Mandalorian, we do know that Pascal apparently is playing the main character. I don't know if you guys know who he is, but he is one of the characters on Game of Thrones, and like I say, they always seem to grab actors and or actresses from Game of Thrones. They're going to be doing this a whole lot more with the 4th Star Wars trilogy. I guess they see something within the actors and actresses who are a part of the Game of Thrones TV series on HBO. So they're kind of using them, and they're going to be doing that once again with The Mandalorian. Now, one thing that I do want to see with The Mandalorian is I really do want to see some tie-ins with the sequel trilogy. We could actually see the rise of the First Order as we go through the seasons of The Mandalorian. It could go through the ages for all we know. That, to me, I think is the best way to introduce this story, is that it's going to be a series that goes through the ages leading up until we are closer to the sequel trilogy era. That, to me, I think would be a stunning way in order to really kind of embed the TV show in between both the original trilogy and then eventually getting closer and closer to the sequels, where we ourselves get to witness in detail exactly how the First Order was developed. Again, yes, I know that the main focus is the new warrior, quote-unquote, the Mandalorian, but they could always create side stories where we actually do get to see some sequel trilogy tie-ins. But anyways, guys, drop a comment below. Let me know what you think about all of this in the comments. And if you guys did enjoy the content for today, do make sure to drop a thumbs up on this video to support the channel. I thank you all so very much for the kind support, and I'll catch you guys next time.
From night to